And I'm Jessi Taylor. I'm the youth advocate here at the YWCA Spokane.
And we're here to talk to you today about February, which is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. And so, Jessi, what is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month and why is it important?
So, Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month is basically a recognition of relationship issues that teens may be facing. And I mean, that could be physical, emotional, mental, sexual, financial, different powers and controls that a teen may be facing in their relationship. And it's important because 1 in 3 adolescents are impacted by dating violence, and only about 33% maybe even tell anybody about it. So it's a big issue.
It's a big issue.
Yeah.
And so, what have we been doing here at the YWCA?
So, at the YWCA, I mean, we have a couple different things that we've tried to kind of combat the teen dating violence, just with our advocacy and our prevention programs. We have, myself and our other advocates here that can meet with individuals and talk about how either kids have been impacted by domestic violence in their lives, or and like how that impacts like their own relationships. And then for some who don't identify with that domestic violence piece with their family home, they still can come in and talk to us about their own relationships with an advocate and just kind of navigate what's healthy, what's not, safety plan resources, things like that. We also have our therapy program, which can go into more like in-depth to the root causes of just kind of what's been going on, and just processing that trauma more in depth. And then of course our prevention.
Wait, so that's our response, right? So
yes.
we have response and prevention for teens here.
Yes.
That's the services we provide. The other service that we provide in terms of response is we also do some resource brokering, which
yes.
We address dating violence with those teens, but say if there's any other type of crime or sexual assault, we would refer out to Lutheran Community Services.
Mm-hmm.
We also can support teens, not just our advocates here in the office and the therapist, but we do have our 24/7 helpline, and that number is 509-326-2255. And that's 24/7. If a teen or anyone is experiencing intimate partner domestic violence and they need someone to talk to, they can call that number. We just ask that you let them know why you're calling so they can serve you better. Mm-hmm. And so that's another aspect. And then we also sometimes we refer people to, there's a national domestic violence hotline. For teens specifically, we also refer to loveisrespect.org a lot. They have their own helpline as well as a live chat, right?
Yeah, well, and they also have a lot of other resources on there. So if they just have questions and want to look at, what's like, is my relationship healthy, or how can I help a friend? I mean, they have resources on the website as well that they can do quizzes or, get little handouts and just kind of see what's on there. We also have our legal advocates here that can assist with protection orders if that is something that a teen might need. Or another resource that I refer to is the Teen Child here in Spokane. They have attorneys that can assist with teenagers specifically, and they can help navigate any of the legal things that they might need.
Awesome. So that's our response here with the YWCA Spokane. Mm-hmm. And then we also do prevention to address teen dating violence. So we're currently working in a few different high schools, as well as we're working with some organizations. And what we're focusing on is a few different things with those groups. So addressing the root causes of violence, mm-hmm. shifting cultures, building skills in those students, and then talking about what a healthy relationship actually is. Mm-hmm. And so we're doing weekly groups with 2 different high schools, and then we're also working on some weekly groups with some different organizations, so that we can talk to the kids in our community about healthy relationships, and then also give them resources, right, if they're experiencing an unhealthy relationship. Yeah. So we have that prevention, and then we have the response.
Well, I think it's also important to include that we also provide trainings for organizations and schools that, you know, interact with teens on a daily basis, and training, like providing those trainings on what dating violence looks like, things that they can look out for, how they can best support youth, and just the interactions we've had with those have been great, just because.
So we train people who work with kids about teen dating violence, is what she's saying. Yeah, so that's another thing we do here. And then we have Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. So what are we doing for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month?
Oh my goodness. So we have been doing, I feel like, so much this month. Just getting it kicked off with the proclamation, which Mayor Condon had signed off on January 28th for us to recognize by the city February as Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, with the support of the council, or Spokane City Council. So that's been amazing, and we are so grateful for that support.
Yeah. So Spokane just recognized Teen Dating
just
Violence
recognized it.
Month. When was it nationally recognized?
Nationally recognized 2011 with President Obama. He put out a proclamation for it, seeing that it was just a huge issue then, and so I was actually surprised when I realized Spokane actually did not have one in it yet, because it's been kind of just an effort of ours to kind of keep pursuing just that awareness, and or at least for myself, even just 3 years being here.
So what else are we doing for teen dating violence?
So in addition to that, we've been encouraging staff and community members, youth, to wear orange, and it's considered Wear Orange for Love. As cheesy as that sounds, but it's for youth. It's for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. Orange is the color for the cause, and it's just to promote that you're standing with youth, that you're standing for that healthy relationships for them, that ends to teen dating violence. Just like purple is our domestic violence color, orange is for the ones for teens, and so we're encouraging that motion.
And then the last thing that we're doing is we're wanting to give a voice to those teens that are actually have experienced or have witnessed dating violence. And so what we're asking is for teens to write little letters, maybe a paragraph, maybe two, about why it's important to talk about teen dating violence, and why it's important to learn about healthy relationships, and like what would you want an adult to know.
Yes.
Right, so like 81% of parents either don't believe or don't know if teen dating violence is an issue, and so we want to bring the voices of teens to these adults that don't know that, so that they can buy into the fact that it is an issue. And so we're asking for these letters. If you either want to go on to our website, YWCASpokane.org, or you can send a letter to Jessi at JESSIT@YWCA.org with a response to that prompt. We would really appreciate it. Our plan is to, once we get these letters, we're going to use different forms of media to get them out to the community, and so we can inform via these voices of teens, adults in the community, parents, teachers, people who work with teens, anyone who can help us to prevent this violence, and also support teens if they're experiencing unhealthy or abusive relationships. Yeah. So the last thing is that we really just want to let teens in this community and adults who are supporting teens in this community know that we are here to help teens if they're experiencing dating violence. If they don't know they're experiencing dating violence, if they're just if they have questions about relationships, we're really here to support them through our advocacy and prevention, and through our helpline also, that number that I gave earlier.
I mean, and if not just for your own relationship, but how to help a friend. I know that's another thing that we're trying to address, is the bystander. So if you feel like you want to know how to help your friend, help your child, or how to even understand your own relationship with what's healthy, what's not, like, you're not alone, you have support here, so we do encourage, just reach out, and if you're not comfortable with us, again, maybe reach out to loveisrespect.org, or Lutheran Community Services, or just somebody in your life who is a support person for you.
And lastly, we want to thank Spokane City Council and Mayor Condon again for
Yes.
recognizing the month, and I think it's super big and it's really important to us as an organization that that was done. So we want to thank them.
It was amazing. So thank you.
And thanks for your time for watching this.
All right. Thanks.